Hello there and welcome back to the Pips O'Clock weekly news preview for the week February 17th to Friday 21st February. Right, so this week we are going to be considering as usual the high impact events, and we're also going to try to break into the numbers and forecasts and see how doing this can help you maximize the opportunities in the coming week. So we're going to begin with Monday, and on Monday, literally we have, should I call it a free week or a free Monday rather? On Monday, all the events here are low impact and non-trading. That's bank holiday. For instance, in the US, there's bank holiday. In Canada, there's bank holiday. And of course, for all the other events, they're all low impact, right? So we'll begin with Tuesday. So on Tuesday, we're going to begin at 4:30 a.m. 18th February, and that's from Australia. The RBA monetary policy statement, the RBA rate statement, and then of course the RBA cash rate, that's the interest rate, will be happening at 4:30 a.m. Now, the experts have predicted that there's going to be a rate cut. So the question really is, will this rate cut impact negatively on the Aussie? Because we have seen an Aussie that has resumed a bullish trend in the past 2 weeks or so. So with the rate cut, is it going to impact negatively on the Australian dollar to force it down again? Now, considering what's really going on with instruments or assets that are pro-Trump, okay, the US dollar has not been, particularly the dollar index has not been performing as expected or as it was as at the time that Donald Trump was declared winner in 2024 into early 2025. From the what should I call it? From the inauguration date, all dollar assets, all Trump assets, let me use it that way, have been winning in strength. So, and that means that AUD USD has been trying to rise, USD has been trying to rise, and so on. However, with the rates cuts predicted, if it happens, will it impact negatively on the Australian dollar? That's a question all of us will wait to answer. All right. Don't try to predict. Watch the market and see what the market will do. Then we move on to, of course, at 5:30 a.m., there will still be the RBA press conference. Then at 8 a.m., attention will shift to the UK, where you have the GBP claimant count change. The numbers are there on the screen. Previously, it was 0.7K, less than 1K. All right, but analysts or experts are predicting a 10K change. And if that happens, that may not be good for the pound sterling. All right. If you want to know that, just go ahead and click here on forexfactory.com. You will see here that if actual is less than the forecast, it is good for currency. But if it is higher than that number, in fact, if it comes out at that number, considering the previous, it won't be too good for the pound sterling. Then the question will come in again. The same question will pose for the AUD. Will it actually cause the bull run for the GBP to win? Well, we'll watch to see. Does it have such momentum? Then you move on to 10:30 a.m. when Governor Andrew Bailey will be speaking. He will be speaking. Let me open here. You'll see he'll be having a panel discussion titled Preserving and Enhancing Open Financial Markets at an event hosted by Bruegel in Brussels. So he'll be speaking at that event, and investors are going to be combing his speech to know what next to do for the GBP. And at 2:30 p.m. local time here in Nigeria, we'll be expecting the Canadian CPI month on month, Canadian median CPI year on year, Canadian trimmed CPI year on year. The numbers are there. Forecast is 0.0% against the previous number of minus 0.4%. Then for the median CPI year on year is 2.4% forecast. Of course, the previous is same numbers. All right, and the trimmed CPI year on year is 2.6 forecast, and previous is 2.6. Of course, if the numbers come out higher than forecast or expected, Of course, that will be good for the Canadian dollar against the US dollar. Then you have a tentative speech by President Trump. Uh, he'll be he'll be speaking alongside, should I put it an interview, Elon Musk with Fox News. Let's quickly check here. You have the info there. All right, due to speak in a joint interview along with Elon Musk conducted by Fox News. Yeah, so that the time isn't fixed here. So you need to actually watch it because with what's happening with pro dollar, pro Trump assets, all right, what's happening with them currently, they are not performing as well as they were after the Trump election. So, what Trump says, because the trade war that Donald Trump is igniting, I don't know whether it's a strategy or something, you will notice that European stocks, European assets, and Chinese assets are really shooting up, they are picking up, while Trump assets are winning. They are really getting weak. All right, even crypto, even Bitcoin is struggling to hit $100 again. Okay, but then the bull run, we are still expectant. So we need to really watch out for what Donald Trump is saying at this interview. Who knows? It might change things. So watch out. And of course, you will also be paying attention even to Elon Musk for those of you that love crypto. Yeah. All right. Now on Wednesday, you have at 1:30 a.m. Australian dollar, AUD wage price index will be coming out. The forecast and the previous numbers are the same, 0.8%. So you'll be watching out for any differentials to trade that if you want to. At 2 a.m., you have NZD official rate, cash rates. So two official rate decisions will be made this week, AUD and NZD. All right, so you'll be having it at 2 a.m. In fact, you'll be expecting that there will really be a great opportunity presented when this rate decision will be made. Of course, when the numbers will come out, because we have there as previous current number is 4.25%, and the difference expectation or expected numbers according to experts is 3.75%. So there's going to be a rate cut according to experts, all right, by the Reserve Bank of New Zealand. There's going to be a rate cut, and it's not going to drop to 4%. It's not to 5% basis, up to 50 or 50-point basis, 50-point basis. So you just see that it's an opportunity. So then the RBNZ monetary policy statement will also be coming out at the same time, as well as the RBNZ rate statement. Then at 3 a.m., you have the RBNZ press conference. Then by 8 a.m., those who are unable to wake up early to take care of the New Zealand instruments, you'll be watching out for the CPI year on year for GBP. The numbers are there. Previous 2.5%. Expert forecast 2.8%. Of course, any differentials there will, on the upside, is going to really favor the pound sterling. Then at 8 p.m., there will be FOMC meeting minutes. FOMC meeting minutes will be coming out at 8 p.m. Very interesting. Only that, and you need to really watch out for that. Could that be what the US dollar have been expecting or waiting for to stop the bull run for the rivals to the US dollar? All right, Euro USD, GBP USD, AUD USD, even gold. All right, would that be what it will be looking for to really stop the beating that has been receiving lately? Okay, so at 1:30 a.m. on Thursday, you have the employment change report from Australia, as well as the unemployment rate report. So the employment change, you have, wow, the employment change, experts forecast a drop from 56,300 down to 19,000. That's not good for the Australian dollar. That's not good at all. And then unemployment rate from 4% to 4.1%. It means that the AUD, the bullish continuation we saw might be upturned if this happens and the market reacts to it accordingly. But then we don't want to predict. Just watch out and trade what you see. So at 2:30 p.m., unemployment claims from the US, you see the numbers there, 213 previous, 214 forecast for this week. And then at 11:30 p.m. same Thursday, the RBA, Reserve Bank of Australia Governor Bullock will be speaking. Where is he going to be speaking at? That's he will be testifying with along with the Deputy Governor Hauser and Assistant Governor Hunter. They will be before the House of Representatives they'll be before the House of Representatives Standing Committee on Economics in Canberra, Australia. So these three strong men of the economy for Australia are going to be giving their testimonies before the House of Reps, and let's hope that their testimony will also help the AUD, the Aussie. Then on Friday, you have at 8 a.m. retail sales from the UK. The numbers are there, 0.3, 0.3 forecast and expectation. And at 9:15 a.m., you have from the Eurozone, French flash manufacturing PMI, 45.3% forecast, that's by experts, against previous number. I think it was revised. It was revised from 45.3. So they are now forecasting for 5.3 now. Okay, so at the same time, you have the French flash services PMI, forecast 49%. Then previous revised again from 48.9 down to 48.2. At 9:30, you'll be having the German flash manufacturing PMI. The forecast is 45.4 and the previous number is revised from 44.1 up to 45. Then the German flash services PMI at the same time, okay, for the 52.5% previous and 50.4 forecast. So you want to trade the numbers if you wish to. So at 10:30 p.m. at 10:30 a.m. you have the flash manufacturing PMI from the UK GBP at the same time with the flash services PMI. The numbers are there on the screen. You want to trade numbers if you wish to. And at 2:30 p.m. you have the Canadian core retail sales month on month and retail sales month on month, and USD flash services PMI at 3:45 p.m. and the flash manufacturing PMI all at the same time. The numbers are there. Finally, at 6:30 p.m. the Bank of Canada Governor Mark Lem will be speaking. Where? Let's see. All right, so it's a text of the speech which will be due at the release time listed. So the speech is scheduled for delivery 15 minutes later. Okay, so the text will be released at that time, 6:30. Then about 6:45, he will now deliver the speech. So he'll be speaking about trade, structural change, and monetary policy at the Oakville Chamber of Commerce in Ontario. Audience questions expected. Now, okay, I don't want to go into the politics of what's happening and the economic war that appear to be brewing between the US, Canada, and other nations. But then let's face the markets and trade the markets. All right, so these are the things or the numbers or the events we have taking a look at this week, and we want you to pay attention to this. If you're not going to trade the numbers, just mark these events, stay away, and come back maybe 30 minutes or an hour later and find what the market would have developed for you to now trade. We want to wish you a fantastically profitable trading week. All of us here at the Pixel Club desk. Thank you and God bless you.